Let me show you how I made this Pinterest-worthy artwork. I'm starting this project with a thrifted canvas. I purchased this one for $7 from the Goodwill. I'm using this folk art matte paint in vintage white, and I'm just going to be painting the entire canvas with this. Before you come for me in the comments, this is most definitely not an original art piece. It was probably from Ross or Home Goods before I ended up at Goodwill. Because the colors were so bright on this canvas, I had to use 3 coats of paint to completely cover it, and honestly, I probably would have gotten an even better coverage if I had used 4 coats of paint. This is where I went wrong in this entire project. You want to let the canvas dry for at least 24 hours before putting any Mod Podge on here. I really think it would have made a huge difference in the end project. I'm not sure where the footage went for this part of the video of me laying the sheet on the canvas, but I literally just laid it on top of the Mod Podge and then painted Mod Podge on the areas that I wanted to lay down better. Using fabric scissors, I cut off the excess of the fabric. After letting everything dry overnight, I went back and painted on top of the sheet. This camouflaged all the bleed through of the paint and also gave the sheet more of a matte look. I think the matte finish gives it more of an organic look and makes it look like it belongs on the canvas. If I were to do this again, I would not be picking a shiny sheet. I would be picking a more of a matte fabric and something that isn't as see-through or sheer. Now that all of the sheet is completely painted, I'm gonna let this dry for a couple of hours. Now that all the paint is dry, it's time to staple everything to the back of the canvas, just so that it looks like we have a very clean finish from the front. I'm pulling the fabric taut, and then I'm using my staple gun to secure it to the back of the canvas. To get the cleanest finish, I'm trying to roll the edges of the fabric underneath so that it doesn't fray. I repeated this step to the other side of the canvas, making sure everything was neat, and then I painted the edges of the canvas to hide the old painting. I'm giving this artwork to a really good friend of mine. I'm seeing her tomorrow, so click that follow button so that you can see her reaction. Share this video with a friend so that they can learn how to make Pinterest-worthy artwork too.